So I just thought I'd make a quick video talking about the new patch today, giving my thoughts on everything and also talking about a few issues I have with it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? So when it comes to the item changes, Revelations no longer gives 2 soul hearts on pickup. A very minor nerf, honestly. Revelations does a ton already. It's Brimstone that gives you flight, so I think the 2 soul hearts on top was a bit extra, so I think it's a good change. Plan C got an increased delay before killing Isaac, allowing it to be used on Mother and Delirium. This is mostly a quality of life change, as before you could let it kill Delirium if you paused during the static, and hey, if Chaos card doesn't work, at least something will. Though, when I tested it, it didn't actually work, and I still died before they did, so I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I counted and I just couldn't tell. Mega Blast now gets 6 charges when picking up regular batteries, and some battery-based items instead of 3. This one just looks like a bug fix to me. Why it only got 3 before always confused me. Yes, it is very strong, but so is Mega Mush, and it always got 6 charges from batteries. Another solid change. Thin Odd Mushroom now allows you to go over the tier cap, which is a very solid change, as the damage down from the Thin Mushroom really puts you off picking it up most of the time. As in most runs, you will just have cap tiers by the end of the run anyway. So letting you go past the tier cap makes Odd Mushroom a lot more appealing. Seraphim now counts towards the Seraphim transformation. Yeah, makes sense to me. That also means it'll join the exclusive group of items that counts towards 2 transformations. Welcome to the club, buddy. 2 Spooky now gets a 0.5 tears and a 0.2 shot speed up, as well as the other effects. Honestly, the Fear Aura was pretty good on its own. And now that you're getting more benefits on top, this item is a pretty solid Devil Deal item. Black Powder now grants larger explosions, giving your bombs a Mr. Mega effect. Additionally, fireplaces also explode. The explosions from fireplaces don't hurt you, which makes them a really useful tool for killing enemies, though Black Powder is still considered a quality 0. Blood Rights now gives a tears up each time it's used in a room. It's still not really all that useful, giving a 0.48 tears up per use, but it can break the tier cap. So if you have a way to heal yourself constantly, you can get a ton of tears for that room. Too bad Blood Rights killed all the enemies before you could use those tears. Pageant Boy now also drops a penny trinket, which is actually really great. You'll likely get the benefit of the trinket right away from the coins Pageant Boy dropped. This change also makes Pageant Boy a really amazing draw for Keeper. Those are the item changes. There weren't that many, but they were all pretty fantastic. Everyone gets a buff.
No, not you, Seamus. Ah, poo.
Now Trinkets get some love, with a fewer weaker ones getting an upgrade. I'll be speedrunning this section as many are just increased chances. Super Ball's bouncing tiers now scale with your luck, making it a lot more consistent. Bob's Bladder now contributes towards the Bob transformation. This technically makes Bob more common, but also doesn't really. Though it's not like it matters, Bob's a terrible transformation anyway. I really hope transformations get an update or quality of life soon, because a lot of them kind of suck. Missing Poster now has a 33% chance to reveal the super secret room when entering the floor, which is fairly useful, though it doesn't really fit the trinket in question if you ask me. Used Diaper Scuttle proc has been raised to 33%, doubling the likelihood of it happening. It also spawns a blue fly upon entering a new room. It got buffed, but it still sucks. Rosary Bead got a massive buff. The Bible now has a higher chance to appear when holding it, but the real buff is that when holding this trinket, it forces devil deals into angel deals, making this thing a beast to have, letting you control what deals you want by dropping or picking it up before a boss room. It is insanely powerful. Modeling Clay / Arrow now correctly displays what item or trinket they are if you gulp them, which is a nice quality of life, though will probably go unnoticed by most people most of the time. Louse now spawns a blue spider when completing a room. It's something, I guess. Karma is another one that got majorly buffed. A bit too much if you ask me. It now reduces the chance of donation machines jamming. But that's not all. Donating to a beggar may refund the penny back, heal Isaac 1 heart, or just increase his luck by 1. Blood donations and confessionals now have a chance to heal Isaac a heart, spawn a beggar, or increase Isaac's luck. And finally, restock machines may increase Isaac's luck. Jesus, Karma's a bit of a powerhouse now, and it alone can probably win you runs. But I suppose it's balanced out by the fact that, well, you never see Karma, do you? I don't anyway. Mom's Toenail now makes Mom's foot stomp down when it's dropped or swapped out for a different trinket, except it only works in rooms that have enemies in it, making it a lot less useful. It's also very difficult to use. So the most use you'll likely get out of it is destroying tinted rocks or opening the secret room. Because fun fact, Mom's foot can actually destroy most machines. Triad Leash now gives familiars a small damage multiplier. Purple Heart increases the champion spawner even more, though in return the champions have a 50% increased chance to drop loot, and the loot rewards are doubled, which is insane in some cases. Poker Chip got a nice buff. If the chest you opened had an item in it that was quality 0 to 2, it'll be re-rolled into a higher quality item. It'll also increase the machine's chances to pay out. It's still a very risky trinket, but I guess now it's a bit more appealing. Cursed Penny has an increased chance to teleport Isaac to a different room based on the tier of the coin he collected. Still useless 90% of the time, but I guess it's something. And lastly, many golden trinkets that were originally useless now actually get a benefit from being gold, which is mostly just increases to their odds. Whew. Almost done. Just one last section to go over. The most well-known thing that this update brought was probably the item descriptions being added, which is a great quality of life mod, especially for new players. To unlock it, you need to beat Mom, even if you have already beat her before in a save file. The next change is that certain Devil Deal items now have sanguine specs around them that will cost HP instead of her containers. There is a 50% chance to get the item first try and 100% the second. Man, Devil Deals are really getting buffed recently. Angel Believers are crying their hearts out this patch. The next change is a buffer has been added to item chests when you're playing Tainted Isaac, have Glitched Crown, or used Soul of Isaac. Though I can't tell much of a difference, so let's just hope it's a good thing. They have changed angel spawns so that they're based on what key piece Isaac needs next. This means that angel rooms can't contain two of the same angel. I Am Error rooms in Genesis now keep Isaac on the alt path if he was going down that path. The one down pour in Mines 2, if a knife piece hasn't been collected, you will be sent back to the regular path. Added time and score to the beast fight in daily runs. Hooray. Jello no longer stops Brimstone after killing an enemy, which is very nice. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's with a heavy heart that I inform you, Broken Glass Cannon is no longer a starting item for Eden. An absolute tragedy has taken place tonight. A memorial will be held later this week. I am actually a bit upset over this change. It was generally really funny to spawn in with Broken Glass Cannon, and I personally think it should be brought back, because the chances of this actually happening are really low. The next change is that Brother Bobby and Sister Maggie have been removed from the Devil Pool, and Dry Baby has been put in their place. Honestly, I may get crucified for this, but I'm not a huge fan of this change. Yeah, Bobby and Maggie weren't the best, but they did help towards Conjoined, and were useful for characters like Lilith. Also, them being in Devil Rooms was kind of a staple in the series. Thinking you're gonna get something amazing, but nope. There he is, your baby boy Bobby. So, I am actually a bit upset at this change, and I generally don't see why this is happening. I was joking earlier about Devil Deals clearly becoming the better deal, but this is kinda ridiculous. Holy Shields now stack consistently and all have unique icons showing what the next shield is. The priority in which they are used are Wooden Cross, Blanket, Holy Mantle, then Holy Card. Personally, I'd prefer it if Wooden Cross was second to last being used, as that means it would be saved when you really need it, rather than being used first and just being wasted. And now it's pill time!
Perks!
Horse pills now fully heal Isaac, in addition to giving the wafer effect for the room.
Addicted!
Horse pills now give Isaac a broken heart. Yikes.
I'm excited!
Horse pills now apply for the whole floor. The same goes for...
I'm drowsy! Questiony.
Now add additional curses each time they're used, meaning you can actually get 5 curses on one floor now.
Telepills!
Horse pill now guarantees teleportation into a special room. I kinda would have preferred if it always teleported you into an I Am Error room or something, which in my opinion goes more towards the horse pill's extreme effects.
Gulp!
Horse pills now turn the Gulp trinket gold. Hagalaz runes now destroy certain stone enemies like Stone Fatty and Stone Turrets. They'll also weaken certain stone enemies like Knights. It's very useful in the Mines and Ash Pit, especially against certain bosses, because a lot of the bosses are made of stone. Though, unfortunately, it doesn't actually have any interaction with Gideon, which is a massive shame. Healing with coins now counts towards Immaculate Conception as Keeper, making it really busted on them and can easily give him all the familiars really quickly. Potato Peeler now checks what orbital you have first. If it's Cube of Meat, you'll get Cube of Meat from Potato Peeler. If it's Ball of Bandages, you'll spawn more Balls of Bandages. If you have both of them, Cube of Meat takes priority. The Parasite now works with Tech X. Golden Hearts now explode into coins upon being collected by the Lost, Keeper, and their Tainted versions, finally making them useful. Tainted Cain got a buff as items touching Ultra Secret rooms will guarantee a cracked key pickup. Tainted Bethany also got a buff and now can collect Rotten Hearts to use as blood charges. And now for a big one. There's a new transformation called the Necromancer, achieved by picking up the Necronomicon Missing Page and Missing Page 2. I actually don't understand the name, honestly. All the transformation does is let you spam the Necronomicon a few times per floor, before reverting back to normal. No reviving the dead here, I'm afraid. Honestly, I may get flack for saying this, but I am not a huge fan of this transformation at all. It's very underwhelming in my opinion. For starters, Isaac doesn't actually get a costume for this transformation. The Necronomicon does. It gets a reskin, which is very cool, but I wish there was more of a costume for Isaac, like getting a skull, or maybe even some robes. Secondly, the actual ability is really boring. All it does is just let you steamroll through a couple rooms each floor, which, while it is fun, isn't that interesting. Lastly, if you put down the Necronomicon for a different active item, you'll basically lose the effect of the transformation, as effectively all its power is tied to the Necronomicon. The only additional benefit it gives you is a 5% chance to deal 120 damage to enemies when getting hit, which, I mean, we have black hearts for a reason. All in all, it's alright, and don't get me wrong, I'm very happy we've gotten another transformation, but I just wish it had a bit of spice to it, and I also wish that more items contributed towards it. The only way to get Necromancer is with the Necronomicon missing page 2 and missing page 1. Which, yes, 2 items are in the devil pool, but actually getting all of them is fairly rare due to the Trinket. Next, Boss Rush finally got a wave counter, it's about time. Camillo Juniors, these guys in Shoal, now have a longer windup for attacking, which is actually very nice and gives you more room to react. In co-op, devil deals are now adjusted depending on the closest player, making it available for both players to take. And the last few here is just daily run stuff. Wednesday Delirium daily runs are now not a thing and have been replaced by a random end golden character. The clicker has now been invited back into daily runs. I'm sure that'll go well. The score counter no longer exists in non-daily runs. Charmed enemies from Friendly Ball and Pheromone Horse Pills will now award score when converted, as they're permanent. If a player disconnects in the middle of a daily run, their score will now be up to the last completed floor instead of 0, and finally, they adjusted the chances for end goals in daily runs. Here they are on screen. I'm not going to cover the bugs because, well, they're not that interesting and they're already gone. But what I will discuss is 2 bugs that I discovered while playing the daily run of this new patch. The first one really upset me. So, for some reason, in the dark room, if you re-roll the items from the chest with a d6 or per through, the game will crash 100% of the time, in my experience. If you guys would mind testing this out and see if it's the same for you, I'd appreciate it. To test it, start as Isaac, open your debug console using the tilde key, this thing. Then type stage 11 and enter. You'll be in the dark room, open all the chests, then re-roll the items. Every time I do this, it crashes my game. I bring this up because the bug made me lose my daily run streak, which is a national tragedy, honestly. I also got this weird glitch where, after using the reverse Emperor card, I couldn't pick up the item the boss dropped. I tried recreating this, but I couldn't, so I'm actually not sure what caused it. My guess is maybe the item tried to use the new sacrifice specs mechanic due to me using Satanic Bible, but couldn't for some reason, so the item just bugged out. Lastly, I'm surprised Planetarium chance wasn't added to the HUD. Bummer. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to... and...